Hello. Hey, Angie, what's up, girl?
Hello.
Hello. There's Wawa and Sharif. Oh, man, got everybody. Let's see here. Admit all. All right. Let me wait for a couple people. Amy, Santa, April, Ava, put Ada. Oh, let's see here.
Probably if I went to the donor party, it would be the worst party I've been to.
So if somebody ever invites you to a Donner party, just tell them, no thanks, I'm busy that night.
I refuse. Sorry, I don't have any money.
That's a good
Next
point.
year,
I never thought about that.
our
That's
day
good.
party as the donor party.
The Donner party.
More
Yeah,
like the donkey party.
we learn about this. You haven't got to the worst part yet.
We've got to the part that they ate people.
Oh, it gets worse.
It gets worse than that.
Yes.
Dumb party.
Wow. That's
The other
terrible.
class this
That's
morning.
just
The other class
so
this morning,
hard.
5-3. When we got to the really bad part, they all just looking at each. Nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing. They were all just.
Because they closed their microphone. So they said nothing.
All right. How many people we got? Okay, we got 22. Okay, yesterday somebody asked me a brilliant question, and I didn't really get a chance to answer it. And really, I don't know the answer to this question completely. Maybe your answers are as good as mine. So let's begin while we're waiting for people, and let's talk about this question. Somebody asked me yesterday, I wish I could remember who asked this question. They said, why were the Comanche Indians so bad? How could they be that bad? Because some of the Indians around them were very nice. And another person asked me, they said, did the Indians kill each other? Did the Comanches kill other Indians? And the answer to that question is yes, all the time. Because there was a tribe.
Maybe they killed other people so they would get stronger because they thought they thought that.
Yeah, they thought that. That's right. But why did they get
I-
Wawa? What do you say? Wawa.
I say that they think the others that is not their tribe is dangerous, even though it's the Indians too.
That's a very good answer. She says she thinks that they thought other people were a danger to them. And that's true. That's true. I mean, even today we do this all the time. You know, we see people from another culture, another country, and we go, well, you know, they're not one of us. You know, we do this today, but we don't go out and torture them, do we?
That weird.
Okay, let me say this and let me see what you think. The Comanches came from a part of America where there wasn't much food, there wasn't much water. It was mostly very hot. Life was very difficult for them. Very difficult. So do you think that could have been part of the reason they were so mean? Angie shaking her head, yeah. What do you think, Angie?
I think that maybe they want to torture other people so that other people can know what they're going through.
Very good point. That's a very good point. Do you think if you grow up in a country where everything is nice and there's plenty of food and plenty of drinks and plenty of nice houses, do you think you will grow up nicer than if someone grows up in a country where there's very little food and everybody's fighting each other and you always have to struggle? You think so? I do too. I believe that too. I believe that too. I think we can look at the world these days and we see this. Some people who come from countries where there's a lot of trouble, they're just not nice. And when I lived in Isan, somebody told me one time, they said, you know, in Thailand, in the old times, we could always go out to the trees and pick fruit and catch a fish in the river. And there was always food, even before there was 7-Elevens and stores like that. We always had plenty of food and it was easy to get. And when they told me that, I thought about it and I went, wow, maybe that's why over here, everybody's kind of nice, you know, polite. Maybe that's why. All right, I just wanted to ask you that question. Anybody got anything to say about that? No? All right, let's get to the blood. Everybody
I
smiles.
like blood.
I like blood. You like blood, but you don't like it if it's your blood.
I smell
I
other
don't
people's
mind.
blood.
If they were eating you, you would be saying, this story no good. Okay, hold on, let me get.
But they're not eating us.
That's true. That's very true. There's your favorite people. There's your guys. How would you like it if these guys moved into the house next door to you?
I would be like, I won't mess with
I'll
them.
give them
No,
a
no way.
strawberry pie full of poison.
We don't go out of the.
I belong in the house all
OJ says she wouldn't go out of the house. You're gonna stay in the house the rest of your life?
Move the house away.
You move away.
I move
Oh,
away.
I didn't tell you. The Comanches used to have a saying. I forgot to tell you this. And the saying was, on a good day, you kill your enemy, you steal his children, and you kill his wife. Let's go have a good day.
That's just mean.
And bad. And not
That's
good
what-
at all.
That is terrible.
That is terrible.
Horrible.
But for them, that was a good day. You kill your enemy, you steal his children, and you kill his wife. Let's go have many good days.
What a beautiful day. In my opinion, I think their parents don't teach them enough to be polite or something.
Well, yes.
In
but
my opinion, I
the
just
parents
think
were
they're
like that, the
stupid.
grandparents were like that, and the children are like that, and they teach their children like that. I forgot to tell you that. Somebody told me that when I was studying Texas history in university, and I had a Texas history class, and the teacher told me that. And I walked out of the class, and that's all I could think about the rest of the day. A good day is when you kill your enemy, steal his children, and kill his wife. Let's go have many good days. Okay, let's get ready. Oh, there's your friends too.
In my opinion, I think they steal children's because they can expand their tribe and then they can get more food.
A lot of the white people, as they went west for many years, and the American government, they thought of the Comanches, they didn't think of them as people. They thought of them as wild animals. You know, and if you killed one of them, okay, it's like killing a bear or killing a deer. You wouldn't get in any trouble. I don't know what that really means, but where are you going? Oh, bring me back something to drink. All right, here we go. Who's writing on the board? Now I can't read. Come on, help me, help me. All right. So when we stopped talking last class, they had run out of food. They had nothing to eat. And remember, they wanted to have a lottery, but nobody wanted to be in the lottery. They asked for volunteers. Can we get a volunteer? Somebody raise your hand. Somebody, we can raise your hand if we can kill you and eat you. Ooh, I see a lot of hands going up out there. You are nice people. You people are so nice. But I think if you were there, I don't think you would be raising your hand. Okay.
You raise your hand.
So remember, they had sent people out to go find a rescue party to come and get them. Remember that? Finally, after 4 months, the rescue party came back with people to rescue them. And as the rescue party was coming up the hill, they looked and they saw one guy, he's walking and he had a human leg. He was carrying a human leg. And when he saw the people coming, he took the leg and he went like, threw the leg in a hole. And he's like, hi, how are you guys? And the people said, you were carrying a human leg. And the guy said, what? Nah, I ain't have no human leg. What are you talking about? Why you think he did that?
In the world?
Why you think he did that?
He didn't want anybody to steal his food because he thinks legs are food.
He didn't want anybody to know that they were eating people there. I mean, come on. If you were eating people, would you want anybody else to know?
No, because
No.
Well, apparently people knew, or else this story won't be here.
You would keep that a secret. So then they started to go around from tent. You see the tents like they were living in the picture?
Yes.
Looks cold, doesn't it? Looks horrible.
Mr. Berry, I can't see.
You can't see?
I can't see.
Somebody,
The drawings are blocking us.
whoever drew on the picture, please erase it so everybody can see. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, good. It's kind of blurry, but that's the best picture I could find. You see them in the tents. It's cold. It's only blankets or snow. And now we get to the bad part. Now, let me get this so I can see your faces when I tell you this. They started going around, the rescue people started going around from tent to tent. And they came to the Donner tent. But Mr. Donner had died. So there was only Mrs. Donner and her children. And when they opened the tent to go inside, the Donner children were eating their father. They were eating his liver and his organs.
Thought you said that they won't eat their relatives.
It got so bad, they were eating their father.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Now think about this for a minute. Look at Angie.
They're hungry. The children is hungry.
Father risked their lives for the food.
So
The
think
children
about
is
this.
hungry.
Well, if you open the door of a tent and you looked inside and the people were in there eating people, their own father, what would you do? Would you run?
Scream.
I would run away. I would
run away.
Scream. I will scream.
I would throw up.
I would throw up and then run away. Yes, I would throw up and then run away. Because I mean, really, they're like zombies. Yes, they're they're sitting in a tent like this, and they open the tent and they look up, and they're eating like liver from inside. In there.
Mister.
Oh my God. The people who rescued them were like, oh my God, ugh. But they tried to give everybody some food. And they tried to give everybody something to keep them warm. And they got them all together and they said, let's go. And they started to walk out of the mountains. And they got them out of the mountains. Yay! But the
Indians, right?
The newspapers found out about this. What do you think the newspapers did?
They wrote about how they eat humans.
Yes, they started to write stories about how they were eating people. And it went all over America and then all over the world. This story
They've
went.
gone viral.
And you're telling
That's
this to
why
us too.
This story went everywhere in the world. And then the people who were in the Donner Party, they were trying to live a normal life. They wanted to just have a normal life. But everywhere they would go, people would say, ah, look over there. Look at that guy. You know what he did? And people would
He ate people.
yeah, it's like the story goes. This is a good lesson for you in life. If you are a nice person and you give money to people, when you walk down the street, nobody will say, there's Angie. She gives money to everybody. And if Angie, every day, she goes out and she feeds the dogs in the street, nobody's going to say, there's Angie. She's nice. She feeds dogs every day. Nobody's going to say that. But if you eat one person the rest of your life, when you walk down the street, people are going to say, that's Angie. She eats people. They're going to say that every day. So be careful what you do in life. Be a good person. Because people remember the bad things you do, not the good things sometimes. Okay, so the Donner people, all the people in the party, they started to move to different places. And everywhere they would go, people would find out what they did. One guy went to California. He became very rich. But even then, the rest of his life, people would say, oh, he's a rich guy. But do you know, he was eating people. He's ate people before. And other people would like, would you be friends with somebody if you found out they ate people?
Yes, if they don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Sharif says,
Maybe,
I think
we should give
just
them
maybe, because
Mr. Barry.
we-
hold on,
everyone deserves a second chance.
a second chance to eat people?
No.
No. Mr. Barry.
Yes.
This is a bad part of the story.
Yeah. This is part of the story. So they tried to have normal lives, but most of them could never have normal life again because nobody would forgive them. And I mean, and they were just trying to stay alive. What do you think? Now that you know this horrible story, would you have eaten people to stay alive?
No.
You would have
I
starved.
would.
And what'd you say, Angie?
I would.
She said, Angie says she would eat people. Who else says they would eat people
too.
to stay alive?
I don't want to die yet.
April says,
I will kill myself.
that's okay. I'm not saying that
I
you're
would
bad.
rather live the rest of my life as the person who eats people than die.
It tastes like it.
I imagine that was a question people asked them a lot, don't you think? Like, no matter what they did, people would always say, well, what did it taste like?
Yes.
And they will say, it tastes yummy.
Or maybe they will say, ew, it tastes horrible.
I don't know. All right, guys. Now you know the story of the Donner Party. Ugh. Good story or bad story?
Bad story.
Normal.
Bloody
I
bloody story.
Ugh.
like it.
I think it's fun.
Dead people.
You think what?
I like it because it has dead people and they eat dead people.
Mm. Did you ever think a story like this could be true?
No.
Yes.
I even never
Yeah.
thought about this.
if you read stories about the Indians in the Old West, you read a lot of bad stuff like this. Like I told you, the Indians, the Kiowa Indians, they used to eat people because there wasn't much food. All right.
And why didn't they go viral then?
What?
Why didn't they go viral like the other people who eats people?
The Kiowas, they were bad. They were rough people, man. You didn't want to get caught by them. Remember when I told you the story of Maliche?
Yes.
And you remember,
Yes.
and you remember the one Spanish guy got shipwrecked and captured by the Indians?
Yes.
That was the Kiowas, down by the Kiowas. They're the ones who caught him, but they didn't eat him. But some people say they ate other two sailors. I don't
Some
know.
people say that people taste like a salmon.
All right, guys. Let's get out your activity book. Go to page 65.
65.
65. We're going to talk about something. That was terrible when they come and looked in the tent and they were eating their
What
father.
book?
That was
I want
terrible.
to sleep. What book?
Page 65.
I
Activity
want to sleep.
activity book.
I want to
Do
sleep now.
you know what it means to compare two things? Do you know what that means? Do you know what it means to compare something? What's it mean? Explain it, Santa.
I don't know how to explain it, but I know what
Yes.
it means.
Very difficult to explain. Anybody can explain it?
It's like one thing and another thing that are like people compare that. How do
Ada, you can explain it?
Like, I want to.
what different?
It's hard to explain. Let me try.
Can I try to explain? Oh, okay.
Who wants to try? Who wants to try? Go ahead, Wawa. Go ahead. Yes, please try.
Like, you are from a better richer person than the person who is poor. They get compared with the rich people.
That's a good example. Yeah, that's an example. Good,
They
good.
get side by side and then compare.
Yes. It's like when you look at it, you can compare 3 things, 2 things, 100 things. But it's like when you look at them and you say, like, what is the same? What is different about them? What is the same about them? That is compare. Okay. So when you're looking at some things and you're trying to decide what's the same, what's the difference, which one's better, which one's bad. Like let's compare Cherokee Indians to Comanche Indians.
It's
Cherokee Indians, they could write a language, their language. Do you think Comanches could write their language?
No.
They didn't have.
No.
Listen, Cherokee Indians were nice to the white people at first. Are the Comanches nice?
No.
No. See, we are comparing 2 things. So let's look here at number 1. And we're comparing Gulliver and the Emperor of Lilliput. Gulliver is very tall. The Emperor of Lilliput is very
Short.
small.
Short.
I'm very
Short.
What, OJ?
Which page?
Page 65, activity book. Okay, the Emperor of Lilliput, he is very short or small or tiny. Gulliver speaks what language?
English.
And
English.
the Emperor of Lilliput speaks Lilliputian. For some reason, every time I say that word, I think of Laos. Laotian. Lao, Laotian. Anybody been to Laos? Anybody? No?
I just
Oh,
can't
Ada's
speak.
been to Laos. Okay. My wife,
Just
she
can't
hates to,
speak.
we do some business up there. And my wife, she hates to go there. She does not like it. She doesn't like the food.
I can only speak.
She don't like the food. Okay. Gulliver eats. What does Gulliver eat? Does anybody remember?
Food.
No.
Food.
No.
People.
Human.
People.
Okay.
Coffee.
What does the Emperor of Lilliput eat?
Food.
Food. Okay. People.
Normal
Nobody. I thought you were going to answer people.
Human.
What does Gulliver eat?
Remember when people said people?
What
Okay.
did Gulliver eat? What did Gulliver eat?
Remember they brought him all the little animals? They had 100 people feeding him. Remember he had in his hand the little animals, the little horse and the little sheep?
They
That'd be
feed
like
him
pop-
cows.
That would be like popcorn for him, yeah? He could take the little sheep and throw it up in the air and go. It would be like popcorn. It's better than eating people.
Gulliver is animal, right?
Okay. I want you to answer the next two questions. What does Gulliver doesn't want, the Emperor doesn't want, and Gulliver thinks the Emperor blah, 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 and the Emperor thinks Gulliver blah, blah, blah. I want to see, we'll check your answers. Then I got a good question for you. A good question. An interesting question.
Wow.
Page 65, activity book. Everybody here today?
Really?
I think, what class is this? This is
One person.
5-1.
5/1.
Who, does anybody know who's not here today? No?
No one knows.
No
one knows.
All right, all right. Okay, everybody, give you a couple more minutes and then we'll start talking about this. And then I'm going to ask you a good question. Let me shut my door.
I want to see Tyson again.
See what?
I want to
Tyson,
see
Tyson.
Tyson.
Tyson is at the house next door. If we finish and we have time, I'll get Tyson. I know he wants to get out of this. He wants to get out. He's been trying to get out all morning, trying to escape. Okay. Gulliver doesn't want, who knows? Who knows the answer to that question? You really had to read the book good, read the story good to know that. Nobody knows. I thought so. I thought so. Remember, Lilliput was at war. Yeah?
Oh, he doesn't want to get the people of the blah, blah, blah.
Yes, that is right. He doesn't want to fight the war for them. He doesn't want to do that. Good. And the Emperor of Lilliput, he doesn't want what?
Doesn't want Gulliver not to do the war?
Oh, you don't remember this? Oh, I'm going to show you in a minute. You don't remember this?
Gulliver to leave.
Yes, you should have. Look. Remember, he had a list of rules.
Doesn't want Gulliver to squash people.
He doesn't want him to squash people. That's right. He had a list of rules. Do not leave Lilliput. Do not squash people. Good. And Gulliver, he thinks the emperor is what? He thinks the emperor is bad because he wants him to go to war. He doesn't want to go to war. And he thinks he's stupid because, why does he think the emperor is stupid?
Because
Why are they
he
fighting this
just wanted
war?
to go.
Why are they fighting this war?
Because of cracking things again?
No, they're fighting the war because, hold on 1 second, I will show you. Think about it, 1 second.
One.
They're
ครูหายไป
fighting, they're fighting the
ครู
war
ไหลตาย
because
Cracking the
Egg.
eggs.
egg
Eggs.
Yes.
egg
Remember, one side says you must open the egg up here at the small side, and the other one say no, you have to open it at the big side. They're fighting a
I
war.
told you
because
it
of
was
that.
something about cracking things.
Is that the
That's so
stupidest
sweet.
war in the world? They're fighting a war because one side says you
Of
open
eggs.
the egg at the small side, and the other say you open it at the big side. That is the
It
dumbest
can
war I've ever
open.
heard of. That is the dumbest idea.
This is really silly fighting.
Okay, now we get to the good question. This is a good question. I want you to all think about this because you've all done this. I've done it. Everybody has done this. Look down at number 4 on page 65. Have you ever argued about something that wasn't important? I argued
day.
with blah, blah, blah about blah, blah, blah. And later I thought, blah, blah, blah.
Versus blah blah blah.
You can talk about your little brother, your little sister, your friend, your teacher.
Mr. Berry.
Yes.
I Can
Write
I
your
write
answer.
about you?
Write your answer, then I'm gonna get somebody to read one. Because this morning we were reading them and they were really funny. They were really, really funny. If you've got a little brother or a little sister, you got a lot to write about, I think.
I argue with my brother every day.
Do you? About important things or about silly things? When I was a kid, I used to argue with my sister about all the time. Then as I got older, I realized it's just easier not to talk to her. And I argue with this monkey all the time.
Moisha.
I argue with him all the time. Because he's crazy.
Crazy. Go crazy.
Okay, who wrote it? Oh, excuse me. Who finished the answer? Angie, you finished? Oh, everybody's got something to write. Angie, what did you write?
I argued with my dad about which movie that we want to watch.
And later I thought.
Later I thought I'm right.
Wow, what did you write?
I wrote, I argued with my father about games because I want dad to play games, but he didn't want to, so we argued. Later, I thought I was pretty stupid because I didn't even feel lonely.
I had one student this morning, she wrote, I argued with my sister about who would get the chair by the window. And later I thought, Why did I argue? There are 2 windows and 2 chairs. Okay, Ada, what did you write?
I argue with my father because about who will choose the cartoon in the TV.
And later?
Later, I thought I can watch in my phone.
Oh my God, everybody's arguing with their father. So the next time you just say to him, hey, you say to your dad, next time you say, you remember what happened at the Donner Party, right? Your dad will say, oh, okay. Okay, meow. Go ahead.
I argue with Mr. Berry. I
About?
argue with Mr. Berry about he don't let me see Tyson.
Later I thought.
Later, I thought I am stupid.
Yes, if you're arguing about seeing Tyson, I think that's pretty stupid. Yes. Okay, Plern, what'd you write?
I argue with my brother about how to jump.
How to jump? And later you thought, I gotta hear this.
Later, I thought that I'm right.
Later I thought I'm right. How to jump.
On the ice
Who
skate.
else has got one? Who's got one? Okay, Santa,
Santa.
what do you got? Santa.
I argued with my little brother about stealing my iPad. Later, I thought I should steal his iPad too.
God.
Me.
Ah, that's funny. That's funny. Who's got one? Sharif, you got, what'd you write? You didn't write? Ava, you write something? All right.
I got one.
Who?
Me.
Go do it. Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
I agree with the floor about the floor. It's too short.
You argued with
So
the
I fall
floor.
down. I fall down.
And
Later, I thought that
later you thought.
I need to tell my mom to make the floor taller.
โอ๊ยไม่อยากค่ะ
All right. Okay, guys, we got like 1 minute. Anybody have any questions about the story?
Tyson.
Goodbye,
Tyson.
We only got 1 minute. It'd take me 1 minute to go find him. Monkey
Tyson.
still.
No, I want to see Tyson.
I'll get Tyson for you tomorrow for sure. For sure. Okay, guys.
But you have to.
I'll see you
else
guys
remember
tomorrow,
what
okay?
happens at the Donner's party.
Bye. See you at
Bye-bye.
the Donner Party tomorrow.
We'll have a Dahmer party with
See you
Tyson
at the
tomorrow.
Donner's party tomorrow.
Dahmer
See
party
you
with
at the
Tyson
Donner's
tomorrow.
party tomorrow if you don't let me see Tyson.
Bye.
Dahmer party with Tyson. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.